1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This week's episode of Mudblood is brought to you, as always, by Manscaped. Everyone's favourite ball shaving company. Paddy, do you use your Manscaped?
Yes.
They're fucking amazing, aren't they?
100%.
And we couldn't recommend them enough, not only because they support the show, but because they're a great product. And if you want money off your Manscaped product, we can help you here at Mudblood. 20% off. That gives you 20% off your order. Doesn't only include the Lawnmower 4.0, the upgraded version of the fucking razor. It gives you the ball toner. It gives you the ball deodorant. It gives you the weed whacker. So you clean your balls, clean your nose, clean your ears.
And your garden.
And your garden. And your we do not condone cleaning your garden with a ball razor. But check it out, Manscaped.
You'd be our way, wouldn't
20.
you? You'd be our way in the lawn, cutting the fucking lawn with that, wouldn't you?
You would. Although sometimes my balls do look like just a messy garden. And that's where the Manscaped...
Before and after photos.
Yeah.
Do you ever send before and after photos?
I don't send before and after motors, but I do send before and after photos. Here's my car before I shave my balls. Here's it after. Same car. Manscaped Mudblood 20. Get on it, guys. We get so many good people ask us. We get like, have you used this? Is it any good?
Yes.
Us here at the Mudblood team and the Tricolour Bears, we support it.
Trickler.
Trickler? I thought trickler was a slur for it.
Trickler is what you do in your pants with your page.
Yes. Check it out. Mudblood 20 on manscaped.com. Enjoy this week's episode.
How's it going? Welcome to the Mudblood podcast with myself, Paddy McDonald, and
myself, William Thompson.
William Thompson.
How are you, sir? Sorry, 2 seconds.
Oh, dude.
I know. Well,
it's fucking late.
What time do you fucking call this, Patrick?
It's 12 minutes
It's
past
not
2.
the time you said you were going to fucking be here.
I didn't say I would be here 2 o'clock.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I actually didn't agree if you look back on the thing.
You said fine.
So 1
You said
skin,
fine. You
2
said fine.
skin, 3 skin.
You were trying really hard to get a 4 skin.
4 skin.
Can you do that on one mouthful? Oh, I'm so sorry to audio listeners. Paddy's eating a fucking banana right into the microphone. That's like the worst thing you could possibly eat, a banana.
Why?
Because it's so like mushy and like noisy. It is the worst, isn't it, Sean? Like the worst thing you can eat in the microphone. And he's just kicked off, just fucking whacking bananas into him. Is it so you don't have to answer for being late? All the shit you give me for being late, and then you rock up just whenever you please. Disgraceful.
I don't rock up. You just phone me and says, "Here we said 2 o'clock," and I was like, "Sorry."
Yeah.
I was here literally.
Second time this month in the month, Patrick.
I was here literally in 2 months.
yeah, because you work across the road.
So
that's when you give me shit about being late. I have to come from Dundonald up the West Link, which is just traffic non-stop. You have to fucking
I
Dundonald
made it
across.
to Newry in 22 minutes. You can't make it from Dundonald across a fucking...
At what time did you make it? My reason for getting late from Dundonald is I can't phase through cars. If I had that ability, I'd be here so quickly. But I can't go through cars. On Newry, you have that motorway that you can just break the law by speeding on.
Right.
So, I mean, that's why you can get to Newry in 22 minutes.
You should start breaking the law by going to the bus lane then.
I do. And there's still buses in it. You can't go through them.
Right.
Do you ever I love going on a wee bus lane like they're fucking class.
Do you like it? Do you ever chase an ambulance?
No, I don't chase an ambulance. No.
That's
In
an
my car or
opportunity
just
to
me?
get-
Like bright lights, I'm rolling after.
Take
me!
A wee dog picture. You
Daddy!
chase a fucking... There's wee Willie away again.
Lock the doors, the ambulance is out. He'll be chasing them.
Who are you chasing this week? So what's happening with you?
Fuck all, man. Fuck all. Just been gigging. Just been in meetings and stuff. Very
Where
boring.
have you been gigging?
I was in Oman last week for a young farmer's gig in Trillick.
A young farmer's gig.
Yeah, it's one of those ones you step out and you're just like, you get a moment of, what am I going to talk about? Because I don't know if these guys get references or TV or like, what else.
Is it because they're a farmer or is it because they're a culty or what do you think?
It's beyond cult, I mean, there's a, like we know certain cultures, but they're just normal people with like a wee bit of a twang on their voice, do you know what I mean? And then you get like the Mark McCartney level of a culture, where you're like, these people have not been around civilization.
Electric.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, they'd be like, oh, you coming out tonight? Oh, sir, collecting turf. And you're like, what? Do you know what I mean? Like, their way of living so different.
Yeah.
And even when they speak to me, I can't understand them.
I'm sure they can't understand you.
No, they can't. They really can't.
I actually had one of them moments today where I had an argument with somebody because they're like, well, he's not disabled.
Who was saying I'm not
I'm not telling you who it is, but...
Is it someone I know?
No, you wouldn't know him.
Right.
You've met them.
Yeah.
But they were like, oh, but he's hardly disabled. And I'm like, no, he is disabled. And it frustrated the bollocks out of me, and I went to myself, I'm not even Willie, and I'm frustrated.
Did you see how annoying it is? Yeah.
It was like, no, he is. And they're like, explain to me how he's disabled. And I went, there's a medical fucking journal that you can read here if you don't want to think that this is a potty fact.
Yeah.
Willie is. It's not like I told him, you're disabled, and Willie's went, oh, well, I'm disabled now. And they're like,
Yeah, I've just went, this would be a good character to play. Do you know what I
he's
mean?
actually disabled. No, but he's not really.
They make it out as though I have like vertigo or something. And I'm just
Scalp.
playing it up, you know what I
He
mean?
just has a scalp in
Yeah.
his finger.
yeah,
Disabled as fuck.
yeah, but you've travelled with me. As soon as the crowds go away, I'm just like, meh,
No,
meh.
no, I did say that.
I hide it. That's why people are like, oh, you don't look disabled. It's like, because I do hide it, because you do get self-conscious of it. Do you know what I mean? But it's annoying, isn't it?
It was.
It's very
It
fucking
was,
annoying.
it was annoying for me because I was sort of going, fuck. So I was trying to explain.
Yeah.
But it's an uneducated thing too with people.
It is. But even you get properly disabled people here. We just have like such a distrust of someone being disabled in this country because we're just convinced it's all for like the benefits. It's just in this country is the only place you really get that. In England or whatever, wouldn't say boo to a goose like you
Once
tell
you
them
say
you're
you're
disabled.
that's it.
You are disabled.
Although I did see in England one time, there was a guy in a wheelchair on the train, and when we stopped at a stop, the ramp wasn't put on for him. So what happens is somebody in the overground, this is in London, they would stand with a mobile ramp, and at the door he's getting out, they put the ramp down, he's able to get off. There was nobody there. So the guy put his chair halfway at the door so that it wouldn't close.
Yeah.
And everybody was getting really annoyed with him on the train, and we're like, get away from the fucking door. And I was like, the fella needs to get off here.
Yeah.
They were meant to meet him here, so when I stood with him and I held the door, and they were fucking calling me everything.
But that's the old English thing of you're in my way and I need to be somewhere.
Well, that was the London, fast paced, fuck this.
God
bastard.
forbid I'm not here in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That's when I'm in London. I'm like, where do you all need to be right now? Because
Penny, I
they will
didn't have
fucking rush past
Penny, I
it.
didn't have an overhead train here that I had to get to, and then I could just go, well, it was on the overhead train.
What, from across the fucking road?
There was a fella on it, and he couldn't get off the ramp.
What about yourself? What have you been up to?
No, that, to be honest with you.
How'd your out the back gigs go? Did we talk about that last
did.
week? I couldn't remember if that was last week or this
We
week.
did talk about it
Yeah,
last
yeah.
week. Yeah.
That's right, we did.
The guy who, just a bit of crossover from that, the guy who slavered at me and I slavered back actually turned out to be the same fella that met you in the car wash and told you the story about his mate being in the boot.
He fucking told me about this, actually,
He
yes.
sent me a message and apologised and just says that he was drunk, because I actually said it mustn't have been somebody that was a fan, it must have been just somebody got free tickets, but he says he did, and he was sorry, and
He was just hammered.
he was just hammered.
Well, at least he said sorry. That's better.
100%, it's better than
that's
not
better.
acknowledging it.
Yeah.
And we've all been drunk, and
Yeah.
we've all tried to show off.
Yeah, because it's even worse when you get people who have bought tickets and they're drunk and you call them a cunt on stage and then they're like, what am I doing? What's the problem? Remember that one came to the live
But in the
Mudblood
same
podcast?
sense, yeah, we're doing it again. You're getting kneecapped. I seen weakness.
Have you been gigging this? I haven't gigged with you. You're gigging tonight. I'll be at that. I'm not on,
Lavare's.
but I'll be at it.
I'm gigging in Lavare's.
Lava Rays.
Lavare's.
You excited?
Done the Empire last Tuesday.
How'd that go?
Unreal.
I need to get down again.
It
Just
was
have not been done.
really, really good. It was one of them ones where I didn't want to come off. It was going that great. The
Yeah.
crowd were that good that you're like,
Did you get a wee voice in your head being like, fuck the open spot. I'm going to go over here.
I see at the start of that it was normally 10 to 15. I think I might have done 20.
That's, if it's going well, acceptable. That's okay. You can do that.
And I came off and apologised.
Yeah.
They were like, listen, it was great.
Yeah.
So, guy on from Wales, and I called him an English person, and that didn't go down well.
No, that would annoy me, and I'm not even Welsh. Do you know what I mean? That'd be like me calling you we've got a wee British comedian coming on, wee Paddy
It's
McDonald.
like me calling you an Irish one.
Exactly, and you fucking do.
You are Irish, but...
Don't you start me as the...
you are Irish. But you had him on and then another guy from England, so it went good. Went really good. Sometimes the English acts don't really go down that well.
Yeah, was he North? Oh no, he was Welsh, or was the?
No, the comedian was actually North.
That's why it's okay.
But
it's when they're like, this guy's done the London circuit. That's how they're going.
He was wearing a pair of Adidas trainers, right, which were limited edition ones, red, white, and blue. And I was like, I'm gonna have to address this, and I'm gonna give you a bit of material, and don't think I'm being a con for doing this, and he just didn't understand, and I was like, literally, there's areas where it's that colour of curbstone, and stuff like that on the wall, to highlight where you are. I says, and you're wearing shoes, so there's certain parts you can either do it. Like Paddy said to me, there's certain areas I couldn't walk about in these trainers, or I look like a curbstone, or I like set it up for him. And I says, I'll not do anything, I'll just go look at his trainers. Because in the Empire, most people are sitting at your...
that little raised platform, so they're eye level your feet.
Raised, that's what you see, is the feet. So that's what I thought. And he went out and went, I was talking to Paddy, Gaddies.
He just went, Goddies.
And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I set you up for literally the biggest laugh you would have got of the night.
Yeah. And he just goes, Gaddies! Like he's on CBeebies.
Gaddies! And I was like, oh my God.
And how did that go down?
Well, it was very possible because people were going, what the fuck's that about?
Aye.
So.
But yeah, I find that sometimes, like, when south of England comes over here, more so, and then they get up and they're doing stuff about the tube, and you're like, man, we barely have trains.
Yeah.
There's like 3 trains in the country who don't have a tube.
Well, people don't use trains really.
No.
Here.
But London is of it, like, comedy-wise anyway, and almost generally is of a country in of itself. Like, the environment you're in London is not the environment anywhere else.
Yeah.
Anywhere else at all. Like.
It's like a hamster cage.
Can I go chase that ambulance that's outside?
Your ears perked up.
They like, they might have sweets.
Will he chase the ambulances?
Have you ever been in an ambulance? I've never been in the back of one.
What do you think?
I'm kind of like, yeah, you definitely have.
What do you think?
I want to hear how you got in the back of one.
Like, how many times do you want me to talk about it? Like, I've been
just your favourite time.
I don't think any of the times I've been in an ambulance has been really that exciting or good. Like, do you know what I mean? No, definitely not.
No. I thought you might have a funny story about, fucking Heskey just stabbed me one time for a laugh.
No. No, because it's always been for bad things, like getting fucking stabbed or getting your finger bit off or getting...
I honestly...
beat.
I do forget you only have that, like, half of it. I always forget that happened to you.
What, did I get
the finger bit off? Do you know what I mean? It's until you always freak me out with it when I'm not looking. You, like, put it in
I
your face.
made the ambulance drivers that night follow the one that done it in the ambulance.
What, you bit your finger off?
Yeah.
Or? Was he in an ambulance too?
No, everyone was trying to jump him after he done what he done, and I stopped him. And then I wouldn't get in the ambulance, and then the ambulance men were like, you really need to come with us. And I was like, look, I don't want nothing to happen to him because I never jumped him and never done anything. So I want to make sure, and then I want to see where he's going. So we followed him until he jumped in the taxi and then got away. And then they were like, we can't follow the taxi. And I was like, fuck's sake, come on, lads.
You're a very nice man. Like, they bite your finger off and you're still being like, make sure he's alright. Because from his perspective, he must be like, the cunt's following me in an ambulance. I'm fucked. I'd be fucking terrified.
I remember.
Door swing open. Are you alright?
I remember in the court them talking about me getting the ambulance, and then they couldn't get the ambulance man to come and verify it, and the judge was like, why would the ambulance man follow you? And I went, I can be very fucking convinced.
That probably didn't help your case.
Not one bit. I don't know.
did you convince? Were you just like were you just...
I just was like, lads, look, this is a scenario and just the way it is. And they were like, right, okay. So,
Very good.
as long as we're not going too far, he says, we'll do it, you know.
Aye.
Plus, I says they're still looking for my finger. So
I see,
maybe on the way back.
Can we just circle here till we find
Maybe
my
on the
finger?
way back, they'll find the finger by its days.
Did you ever find it?
They did find it.
And how come you couldn't? I don't apologise, that's too personal.
The finger was bit. The reason why they couldn't find it for so long was because he chewed it that much.
Oh! Oh!
Right? And this is going to freak you out, this next bit, right? The reason why they couldn't see it is because it was a smoking area outside the bar. And all the cigarette butts, they couldn't distinguish the chewed up finger and a cigarette butt. And then somebody eventually found it, which was another doorman from another bar that came to look for it. And give it to the cops to put it in a bag, in a money bag with some ice. And then they get told by the hospital it was way too late.
Aye.
And they threw it in the bin.
Threw it in the bin, wouldn't even give you back your finger.
Andrea wanted to go down and get in the bin and get the finger back the next day.
Ah, bless her. Mm-hmm. But, like, would you have kept that as a memento, or what would you have done?
No, we
with it?
wanted to get the saliva off it to prove that he done it. But the cops didn't keep it.
Well, that's negligence on their part then. Why you just fucking...
And then the cop says to me, we don't keep body parts. And I was like, well, isn't it dead funny that I've been reading about you keeping body parts from the troubles? And is there trouble now?
Is that the first time you've heard him disposing of a Fenian's finger, Paddy? I don't think so.
You know what I mean? Well, I've been eating his finger. So technically they might still have it and we just don't know.
Same for that's always the story. I know the story of how it happened. I never really talk to you about stuff like that, just because you know what I mean. That's your business. I never want to like beg pardon pun prod
people about it.
Yeah,
I mean it's over with now.
Yeah.
You know, I do believe that.
See, I never got anyone coming up to me going, "Paddy's not missing a finger," because you can just do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hanging in my nose.
I show them a splint and I'm fucking
like,
you love doing that.
When you do that behind a bus full of kids, it's just like
Do your kids ever say anything to you about it? Like they'd be like, "Daddy, your finger."
My youngest is terrified. Like you can see in her eyes.
The one who just scraps.
She looks at it and goes, "Oh my god!" Like, and she like holds it and goes, "Your finger, your finger, your finger." You know, so she can see that's missing, and she's like,
can't comprehend.
No, but she must go like, it must have been sore, sort of.
Yeah.
You know, so she goes, your finger, and she holds it. No, so she reacts to it different than everybody else.
That's what mentally I'm doing, but I just don't say that. I'm just like, I'm going, your finger, Paddy.
Yeah.
I just say I'm Chinese. Paddy, your finger.
The maddest thing about it was when everybody came to
Chinese
see
people
me
talk, don't be racist.
after it happened. Mm-hmm. Right, there wasn't one person that didn't turn up with a food.
Finger based?
Yeah. So it's definitely a subconscious thing. I'm going to see Paddy about his finger. I had 30 packets of coconut fingers. Cadbury fingers. Like, that's not even the type of chocolate you would lift for something, but everybody bought me Cadbury fingers. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think everyone was doing it having a wee
KFC
laugh?
finger looking good.
Yeah. No one did having a laugh.
don't
Who
like-
brings a KFC going to see someone in the fucking hospital?
They brought me a KFC.
Oh, wee man's just got an operation. Get them a bargain bucket.
They brought me a KFC in. I think it was actually Paul Farrell brought me a KFC. I don't know, might have been, but somebody brought me a KFC in,
Yeah.
and I was like, finger looking good. Like fuck me. Like it's just you can't rate this shit.
Yeah. That's funny.
It is funny.
Yeah,
But
plus-
I think subconsciously it just shows you how your brain works. So how you can be influenced. So the phone's hearing you and then sending the wee fucking thing up. That's the way the humans work.
Yeah.
You know, they do all them advertisements for food and you're going, oh fuck, I love one of them.
Oh, your phone's a nightmare for it?
Marks and Spencer's is fucking probably the gods for it with the Albatross song and opening that big chocolate fudge cake and it's fucking pouring out of it and you're going,
I'm actually getting hungry now. Do
you know what I mean?
This,
To
yeah.
get what I'm
Do you want a
saying?
fudge cake after
do you want to
this?
get a fudge cake?
No, what freaks me out with your odds on your phone. Like, fair enough if I've searched for something and then it comes up later. See, when I've just thought about it
And it comes up.
and then it comes up, I'm like,
symbolic.
that's fucking Terminator shit. That's Skynet. That's fucking horrifying.
They know what you're thinking.
Yeah. Or they know what you're doing. Like, do you know when you've just had a day where you're in bed all day and then you just get adverts for like depression tablets and you're like, I need to get up the fuck, like. Oh, his phone's about to ring 999 on me.
You be down to your mate's house and it's just showing you pallets.
Yeah.
Delivered to your house. Ballycraigie's fucking far. Did you see there?
I haven't seen out.
My
bonfires.
God.
So I'm really hard of breathing.
It's Ballycraigie Larn, is it?
I only know, the OG Craigie.
What's that there? What animals?
Shush.
Do you have-
TikTok's mustard fat, isn't it? Like you just turn it on.
Turn it on. It's like here's the loudest video we have. It's almost as bad as those
Ballycraig.
videos. Ballycraigie. Holy fuck! Holy fuck! Oh, two flags on top of it, very good. That's how big's that?
I don't know, but that is fucking serious.
You'd need a crane to finish that. You know what I mean? At the top.
I think they did. So here's them starting this year. Yet again, playing Protestant funeral songs. Looks like they're gonna break a record this time of year.
That's what? When did they start?
Nah, that's what I'm saying. That's a day ago.
No, that's a time lapse. That hasn't been in the course of a day. It's a time lapse. That's not happening in real time, Patrick.
I understand that, but they posted it a day ago, so it's like started
Nah, that did not start yesterday. Look at the size
not
of that.
that one. That's last year.
Right, I thought
This
that was
one-
the finished
no.
one, and you were showing me a
No,
video.
this is this year.
That's a fucking tune too. So tell me why.
There's bound to be sorry about that. There's bound to be some Protestants buried that song.
Absolutely. See you up in the castles in the sky, bro.
Is it? They'll just start selling tickets to Protestant funerals now.
You love the idea that we get buried the clubland, and it's so weird to me that that's weird to others, that's unusual. But when I go to a Catholic funeral, it's dead all solemn.
See, I tell people that that's what goes on. They're like, no, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. And you'll speak to other prods and they'll be like, 100%, that's what goes on,
And this week, live from the Shankle, it's Maggie's funeral with DJ Khaled. And
No, it's literally like, rest in peace, Johnny, your spirit will go on for infinity.
it's really strange.
I don't know what it is, but it's just, we love that music. Between Clubland, UB40,
Hip hop
a wee bit, but we wouldn't get buried to it. That's a newer thing.
Well.
Or, no, weird.
All my life.
That's not hip hop though.
And thereafter.
Dude, we agreed not to sing that. Weirdly, no, it's weirdly big. I don't know if it's big in the West as well. It might be. Erasure.
Dun, 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 try to
Discover.
Yeah.
Is that big in the West as well?
Oh,
that's one of those you put that on.
Not for a funeral though.
No, it's not a funeral one here either. But it's like you play that anywhere in the
that's a
East,
tune.
and you're just
But
up.
that's a tune.
Give a little
I'm surprised you
respect.
don't have a version of it.
We need to work on that.
Well,
We need a
Mudblood
prod.
versions of stuff.
We need a prod version. Fucking give a little respect.
Holy fuck, I'm just thinking what the name of the song is. Give a little respect. It's hardly a fucking loud song like What about the BBC cancelling the
12th live coverage. So here's that. Is it just the ones that plays during the day, or we're not getting Paul Clark in front of the green
Paul
screen
Clark's
anymore?
UTV, mate.
So they're still doing that.
UTV haven't come out and said they're not doing it, but I don't
I'm
know if
happy
they are.
in.
But you could just see Sky Sports maybe coming in now and taking it over.
GB
Jerry Adams commenting on it.
I'd pay to see it.
Would
That's
you?
pay-per-view, yeah. Jerry Adams with a bottle of wine. As long as he doesn't say the N-word again.
It's sort of like a Liverpool fucking player doing a commentary on a Man United.
I love those. I love when they do those.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
Arlene Foster.
GB News did it, man. They took it over.
They've took it over.
Yeah.
And they're going to do it with Arlene
Where
Foster.
they will end up being successful as a news station is see all these things that the mainstream,
In
mainstream
loyalist
media,
areas.
not just loyalist areas, but the mainstream media is going, we're moving away from that. GB News is going to capture the fringe groups of all kinds that are going, well, I still like that.
Right.
So they're going to end up getting
So you'll be
viewers
able to
off
watch DP News and see all
DPs.
all the old programs that they can't show anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you'll have Jimmy Savile still doing
Yeah.
Tap Up Pops.
Go get Bo Selecta, Jim Davidson, Jimmy Savile, Top of the
Bernard
Pops.
Manning.
Yeah.
The best bits.
I fucking love Bernard Manning. I'm not even sorry for liking him. Do you know what I mean? Because he's someone I'm like, the jokes may have been racist, but I don't for a second believe
Oh, he was.
he
racist.
was.
Oh, he was.
I don't think he was.
Of course he was.
He was a very nice man from what I've seen.
Aye.
I think the jokes were racist, absolutely. But he would joke about everything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
Mostly Irish people.
yeah, fucking fuck him. you tell me that dude couldn't tell a joke?
No, he's fucking
Timing was immaculate.
100%. I never says he was.
Two lesbians in Belfast fighting over a rubber bullet.
And one of them got shot in the doot.
Is that your coming out to in the field this year?
What? No.
Was it came out to last year? Grace?
Grace. But that was because McCallum played.
No, I know.
I might do a Protestant funeral entrance this year.
Please let me choreograph your
You're
entrance.
a superstar.
Oh,
baseball.
I'm there
Let's go
crying.
to the beach.
That's a great song.
But he raises like fucking the Undertaker.
On the beach. Ooh, on the beach. On the beach. I'm trying to think now, what's a good... Oh, I need to get a good prod song now for you Saturday. For your Limelight show.
For you to come out.
Yeah, for me to come out to.
Erasure, Little Respect, the remix.
There actually is some class fucking remixes to that.
There's a guy doing things on TikTok at the minute, and he's like, if like Oasis Wonderwall came out in the 80s.
I love those. Have you seen
Fucking
the one?
brilliant.
Someone did If Better Now by Post Malone was done by ABBA.
Didn't see that, was great.
Fucking insane. Or if Post Malone did Dancing Queen by
Radio
ABBA. that's what
1
it
used
was.
to do this thing where they brought like an artist in and he would have done a cover of something but would have
Live Lounge.
and done it
Do you remember
different.
they used to bring them out in CDs?
And they brought out your man, Will Young, and he done a song, and I remember going, Jesus Christ, that's better.
Yeah.
Like it was
Yeah.
better than the original song.
Oh, some of the live lounges are fucking fantastic.
Even your man went on to that Britain's Got Talent and he sang that song. Fuck is it? I'm in the corner. I'm in the corner watching you kiss. Yeah, Callum Scott. His version of that song, when
That
you see
song.
the original, is just
That song freaks you out because I remember being on holiday with all my mates, right? And I was sitting with
in the corner.
with a girl I met on a sun lounger, and I was sitting with my arm around her, and my mate was steaming. He was on another sun lounger, and we were just like sitting talking to each other, and I was like, I could hear something in the background, and I was like, what the fuck's going on there? And I turned around, my mate was just leaning over the bench, just going, I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Oh, but he wasn't doing it for anyone because no one else could hear him,
Right.
so only I noticed him doing it, and I was like, what are you fucking doing?
Creepy
You
bastard.
fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
But I bring that up to him this day. Anytime he gets cheeky, it just goes quiet. And then he'll hear me going, I'm in the corner
Torturing him.
watching that. Oh, fuck. There's all those weird moments I'm like, there's no explanation for why you're doing that. That's weird as shit. Very funny, though.
Is your mates all creeps?
Oh, yeah.
The whole lot of
All my mates are creepers.
Cause I'm a
We like
creep.
girls' bathrooms. No, none of my mates are. I wouldn't be mates with a prop. Like someone who is a prop. I know. Do you ever get someone like you were kind of mates with them, and then you find out they're like creep? You're like, get the fuck away from me. I wouldn't be mates with a proper fucking creep.
Creep.
Do you know what I mean? Someone's a wee bit of a dirty dick. That's fair enough,
But not a creep.
but not a fucking creep.
What would you say is a creep?
Like the kind of person who's like will message a girl like 5 times a day, even though she's not replying. Or he's just like, you see them around girls and they're all touchy even though the girl's not into it. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. That's creepy as fuck. Or someone who goes for questionably young. Do you know what I mean? A few years younger is fine. When they're like 25 and if the girl was like 18, you're like, weird. Sorry.
25 to 18 is not that much. It's not. Like,
I wouldn't be for me.
no. 7 years you think's too much.
As you get older, it's different. But it's you're a pretty much, you know, you've the life experience of a 25-year-old and you're going with someone who's just out of school. That's the weird bit to me.
Right.
It's perfectly legal. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be like, go to jail for it, but I'm like,
Creepy.
what do you talk to an 18-year-old about? 32 to 25, that's different than 25 to 18. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could talk to a 30-year-old easier than I could talk to an 18-year-old.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Or
Yeah,
am I
no, I'm
sounding
getting you,
mental?
getting you.
Yeah.
No, I'm listening to you. If I didn't agree with you, I would say to you.
Yeah, that's all I was waiting.
I was
like,
asking you your
fuck
preference.
up!
I was asking you your preference, just.
Yeah. No, 13-year-olds. That's my. Joking!
Do not cut that.
Joking! Don't mean it. Because people are thick and think you mean everything you
Well,
say.
he just admitted this is going to come out in about 20 years.
Yeah.
And it's all these.
They're going to
years,
play
like,
this
he
podcast
told
clip,
it. He said it.
and after I
he
say that, it slows down and
He
goes.
said it.
It goes to grey, and it's like.
Jake the Jimmy Savile one's like,
Did we
Jake,
not see
Yeah.
it?
Yeah!
how did we not see it then?
He was
That's
hiding
it.
in plain sight. Yeah. Wee Willie's hosting sports days and all.
You've been watching too much Jimmy Savile.
Yeah. Just look at the I couldn't run the marathons he does. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? I'd be fucked.
You could be wheeled round it though.
I'd be fucked 4 minutes. I couldn't even wheel myself around.
Yeah.
That's fucking exhausting.
That's somebody could wheel you round it.
That was who was your mate in the wheelchair? Johnny McCarthy?
Yeah.
Did he not have massive like arms just from the fucking?
No.
No, not from pushing a wheelchair.
really,
Was he
no.
not strong at least in the arms?
I didn't notice any.
No.
That he was
Look out
out.
for you, ever see him again. Just keep an eye on his arms. They're gonna be fucking.
Say that. But like he would have went from Lisburn to Belfast City in his wheelchair down
Yeah.
the Lisburn Road,
Yeah. Really?
like on the road.
Was it motorized?
No.
That's fucking insane. And see that I only see this in West, like it only in West that I see this. Like traffic will be held up by like 5 cars. You get to the top. It's just some fuck on the mobility scooter just driving up it.
I'm not giving the fuck.
Yeah, and you're like, how are you allowed in the fucking road? Are they allowed in the
They
road?
pay tax, yeah.
They pay road tax.
Huh?
No, they don't.
What are you laughing for?
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Mobility
You're
scooter-
going to end up money and fucking don't laugh.
Oh, but I certainly won't be laughing if they pay fucking road tax.
Oh, but you get a freak into the LA.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't start, and I'm not gonna fucking start now.
Yeah, I think some of them are road tax, like.
That's fucking brilliant. I'm alright, mate. Thank you
you
very
are.
much. No, I'm trying to be a good wee boy.
Trying to be good.
Yeah. Put on
No
too much.
Swedish for the kids.
After seeing the photos like from their birth, where it was like, "Do you ever get your show full of beer and the belly's just out, and someone takes a photo of you, and you're like, that's enough. That's enough now."
And what do you think of it?
Nebworth or the photos?
Nebworth. Is it your first time there?
I've never been to Nebworth. It's my 7th time seeing Liam Gallagher. Seen him plenty. Fucking brilliant.
Unreal.
Fucking brilliant. I
Was
don't
there anybody else on?
Kasabian. Paolo Nutini.
Who was the best?
Liam Gallagher. Kasabian were brilliant, don't get me wrong. Kasabian were fucking outstanding.
They have a new singer, don't they?
Not a new singer, but it's not a new guy into the band. It's do you know the guitarist Serge? It's him.
Right.
He's the front man now.
The big tall one?
Yep, the guy who wrote all the songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, him. Because the other guy just beat the fuck out of his wife.
And they fucked him out.
Yeah. That's one of those ones you're like, you like them, but you're like, you can't excuse
Like
that.
them.
So I mean, sometimes you do like someone and something comes out and it's like a wee bit dubious, like, oh, they didn't pay their tax. You're like, who cares? No, I mean, I like him.
Beat his wife.
Beat his wife, that's something you're like, you can't really come back from that. Certainly not right away anyway. Do you know what I mean?
If he was your daddy, he would still live with him, but
No.
no.
And that's why I done. Cut that. Yeah, but they were fucking phenomenal.
Kasabian are great.
Yeah. Have you seen them live before when
Yeah.
they were coming up?
You know Kasabian? I've seen them in the SSE.
Yeah, that as well. They're fucking brilliant.
Your man, wife beater, was there.
Every time I've seen him, white, stinking. Not even like, I think he's a wee bit tipsy, to the point his eyes are fucking flying around his head. And the
Oh,
cunt's
that's good.
still no perfect.
Who, Serge?
No,
The other one?
Tom. Every time I'd seen him, he's fucking roped. You can understand why rock stars get that burden. Like as small as our tours are, we do this country, but even we wouldn't dare drink every night. We'll barely have a takeaway every night because you'd feel sick. See if you were getting on it every fucking night, traveling, getting on it, traveling.
Yeah, you'd
getting
be
on
wrecking
it.
hotel rooms, wouldn't you, yourself?
Your mental health would be fucking gone.
Wrecking hotel rooms is just them and wrecking what the norm is for them, and it's fucking, they're like,
I'd say also, like, if I was on tour and someone wrecked my hotel room, I'm like, that's 3 nights' pay, you cunt.
yeah.
That's expensive.
I know, but their heads must be fucking.
Mush like, yeah. I was watching a video of Oasis at Wembley, I think 2000, and Liam just has a meltdown the whole fucking time. Just screams about like his wife leaving him and just calls everyone cunts, calls Wembley
crowd?
a shithole. And he's just like, he's singing like fucking Roll With It, and he just starts going like, you gotta roll with it, she's took the fucking wardrobe and the keys the cow. And he just does that for like an hour. And you're like, imagine paying like 40 quid in, the cunt's just screaming about his ex-wife.
The price of tickets for fucking events now is dear, like, isn't it?
Not much it was to see the Chili Peppers, because I was going to go, but they only do an hour. 130 quid. 130. And that's not like a big festival. It's not a big all-day lineup. Chili Peppers headline set in a stadium, 130 quid.
I went to buy 4 Eagles tickets and it was $1,000.
Are you buying Hotel California with that money? That's fucking
I
insane.
thought they were going to bring me up on stage
Yeah.
with a chair right beside the band and
Meet and greet with the Eagles.
handing them pics or something. Do you know what I mean? £1,000 for 4
Come
tickets.
sit in the Eagles and get your picture taken with the
You'll
Eagles.
never see them again.
Yeah.
No,
I
I will-
honestly,
I
I won't
will.
lie, I thought they were dead.
I think the main singer is, but it's his son sings now.
Right. But it's getting to the point now, and I think it's a mixture of inflation and singers don't make much from albums anymore.
Yes, they charge more.
So they need to make up for that.
Yeah, because that 5.6 million Manson's not going to pay for itself. Man.
What is, they pay something like every 1,000 streams, you get like a fucking penny? Something mental.
Yeah.
Every stream is worth 0.00038p.
Fuck me. Like, so that's alright for your Drakes, who will just churn shit out and it all gets like fucking 400 million. He'll do alright off that, but for the average band who has one hit.
I remember in America, somebody connected to Andrew's family was
We
singing,
make more off streams than that, sorry. We jump in, make more.
and the guy was talking about the contract that Tony Braxton. Do you know Tony Braxton?
Come and break my heart.
That song, right? Which was the number one.
Shout out to me for knowing that.
Yeah, she was number one for weeks with that massive.
When
massive
being
hit.
number one mattered as well.
She got absolutely fucking ripped on the money on that.
Really?
Yeah, so say like it was one of the biggest ever fucking selling fucking singles.
Yeah, and they just dicked her on the money.
Yeah,
Do
she
you have
basically, I think like it was like 5 cents on every 100 sales or something like that.
Fuck.
She didn't read the contract properly. She gets fucking totally like she
There's
still made money on it, but totally somebody else fucking made millions on it.
There's a lot of that. That always happens in the music business. Like, they get fucked.
Yeah.
Was it Vanilla Ice doesn't have the rights to Ice Ice Baby? Like, he makes no money off it because half the money
Like
goes
genuinely,
to
if the wee
Queen.
girl gives me like 5p short in a spar, I will fucking rack the shop.
And I know you will. I've been there.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just fuck me.
Rockstars wreck hotel rooms. You wreck spars when you don't get 20p back. But I can't remember what I was gonna say there. Oh, I had a great point as well. But it always happened in the music industry where like Vanilla Ice didn't like because he owned no Ice Ice Baby and it used the bass line to Under Pressure, so he owed half the rights to Queen, so he loses half that money and he doesn't get the other half. Now I don't know exactly where the other half goes. The rumor is, and I don't know if this is true, but the rumor is, do you know Shug Knight?
Yes.
Possibly the scariest fucking man to ever exist.
Who's in jail?
He fucking even though he's in jail, I still check under my bed for Shug Knight.
Yeah.
He's a scary fucker. And the rumour is he went out, grabbed Vanilla Ice, held him over a balcony until he agreed to sign over the rights to Ice Ice Baby to him. Now that is the rumour, I can't validate that. That's like a well-known fucking
Story.
And that's why he doesn't make any money off Ice Ice Baby.
Because Shug Knight says.
But Shug Knight that's how he used to like fuck people. He used to fuck people over and like he used to be like, you're making 3 albums for me for fuck all. And he'd just stand there with 3 massive cons stand over you while you sign the contract. He didn't sign it, he beat the living fuck out of you.
Like a Par Mulder. He'd have done well here, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Shug Knight does sound like a UDA man, doesn't he?
He has that. And this week's Sunday World.
Shug Knight.
Shug Knight caught selling Nick fake
Yeah.
tracksuits. Shug Knight's
Wayne-
massive tobacco factory.
Wayne Shug Knight, Sunday World. So there's the rumour he killed Eazy-E.
Well, there's been a right few loyalists have killed an easy.
But there is the rumour he killed the rapper Eazy-E. And the rumour is he put AIDS blood into a bullet and shot Eazy-E. And I always heard that story. I was like, there's no way that's true.
Easy's off.
NWA.
Yeah.
Yep. And I was like, there's no way that's true. And then there's an interview on Jimmy Kimmel where Shug Knight goes on and Shug Knight just starts telling him ways to kill people. And at one point he goes, sometimes you want to kill up and you want to freak a motherfucker, you just put AIDS into a bullet, you shoot that shit. Easy style. And then just smokes a cigar. I was one of those Jimmy Kimmel's like, what the fuck did you just say? Like, he's laughing. I goes, what the fuck did you just say? It's fucking bro. I'll send you it later.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Easy style. Jimmy Kimmel. It's Jimmy Bryson's name. I'd love if Jimmy Bryson had a talk show. That'd be great.
If you had a what?
Yeah, if he had a wee talk show.
Tonight on the talk show.
Tea with me, Jimmy Bryson.
Live.
You want him on. He's never going to come
Live.
on if you keep doing his voice.
Live from Donegal Dee. He has to live somewhere that has so many E's in the fucking thing that he can't say.
What is the letters he can't? Is it W's and R's that he gets confused? Because when I had a speech impediment, that's when I used to talk like that.
Ulster, he says Wolster.
Worcester.
The sons of Wolster.
Have you given up on trying to get him on this at this point?
Well.
Because we keep getting asked to have him on.
And then he doesn't come
He,
on.
he won't come on.
Maybe he won't come to West Belfast. Maybe we'll have to go to him.
I wonder what. Yeah, I wonder. I mean, if I was Jamie Bryson, I wouldn't be coming to West Belfast.
If we put that to him,
Yeah.
can we come to you?
Because I thought he'd hate it, and then he met us. He fucking loves you, like.
Who doesn't?
He
Who doesn't?
The guy who bit your finger off doesn't.
I think he loved me that much. He wanted a wee bit of me, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? Got food poisoning.
We'll take some questions here. Sean, do you know what time we're on there?
Yep, we're on about 40, I think.
40, no worries. We'll take some questions from the Patreon. Give me a wee second while I get them up, because the Patreon dashboard is horrendously shit.
I constantly get asked mad questions, but one of the best ones is, do you think I can get my son into your show at the field?
How old is his son?
I think he's 14 or something.
Lie.
Would you let your 14?
Here's the thing, I would let him, like, if my son was 14 and he wanted to watch stand-up, I feel that's an age that's okay, but it's more of a case of they'll not let you in.
I says, like, I actually had to break into the field one year in the Davnies to do my set. The doorman didn't let me in.
What the
He was
fuck?
doing support for Jake O'Kane.
Right?
And the guy wouldn't let me into the building, and I was like, no, seriously, I'm on. And he's like, no. And I had to go around and break in through the emergency exit doors
Why would he not let you in?
because I didn't have a ticket.
And no
He didn't
one...
believe that it was on.
Did he know you?
No. I didn't believe it was on.
Fuck me.
And I was like, no, seriously, I'm doing. And he was like, nope,
That happened to me at the Odyssey.
they wouldn't let you in.
I had just came off... This makes it even worse. Just came off stage, went to the bar to get a drink, and then went to go back in, and the security guard was like, where are you going, big man? And I was like, I'm one of the acts. He was like, you're not Shane Todd? And I was like, I was just on stage. Like, do you ever get, like, you don't want to be a dick, but you're actually being... Are you fucking... I was just on fucking stage.
Oh, I see.
He wasn't going to let me in. Another security guards were like, "You go ahead." And they were like looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing, idiot? Like, he was clearly just on.
Do you ever then at that moment just get the hand and do a wee...
No, because that hand wouldn't help me at that
Just
time.
like-
Me going, no, I'm on, and then going, also disabled, not going to help my case. It's gonna hurt it, if anything. That's a great question, though. What's your opinion on immortal dogs in West Belfast? My cousin's dog lived to be about 17 and was morbidly obese. Do you ever get dogs that just won't die?
We had a dog. Done that.
That just wouldn't die?
Rebel.
Rebel?
Yeah.
How old to get?
We got him in 1990.
Right?
And he died in 2000 and... Let me get this right. No, it was later than that.
Fuck me.
It was... He was
Also love that you
1990.
had a dog called Rebel. Very
Then
funny.
2000. Right?
Right.
We live into 2010.
I was living in Lagmore, so it was after 2004. Yeah, so...
What year did you get Red?
2005.
Might have been.
It was 2004 then.
Post St Andrews Agreement. It lived to see peace in our country, at least.
It was that old, like he was fucking really, and his back end was away.
Yeah.
He got knocked down. He was trailing himself down the street, two front paws, like, I'm alright.
Oh,
and you're
fuck.
like,
It's
no.
me as a dog.
Yeah.
I remember my great auntie had a dog called Sheba, and it was a little Yorkie. I think a Yorkie, that kind of dog anyway. And the thing must have been about fucking no joke about 20. But do you ever get a dog's that old and you're like, kill it? Like it's blind, it's
fucked.
deaf, it's no teeth, and it can't walk.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, come here, Sheba. And the dogs are just like, It's like, do you want to stroke Sheba? I'm like, don't fucking touch me. That's gross. It's just it's just leaking. I don't know where from. It's just a wet fucking gross dog. Kill this fucking thing. It's stinking. That's cruel at that point.
Pillow over its head.
No, you could just popped it.
It's technically a doormat.
Yeah.
Why do you not put him down? He keeps the draft from coming in the fucking living room door.
But I think it's wee dog. Ma just loved it too well. She just couldn't kill it. But yeah, I'm all for a dog. Like it's class when a dog lives long, but when it gets to the point it's so sick and it has no quality of life, you're like, that's depressing. I'm sad looking at your dog. Kill your dog.
Would you do that with your granny if she was at that stage? She was leaking and she was.
Yeah, I would want someone to do it to me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I expect that time to come in my life. Like, I imagine later in my life I'll get worse brain issues like Alzheimer's and dementia.
You would agree with the whole euthanasia sort of thing?
Are they doing euthanasia in Craigie now? Do you want to fly to Switzerland? No, fuck it. We'll get a taxi down to the Craigie.
I know a guy can do it for you in the market.
I'll euthanize you for Ireland.
There's a guy advertising it. Ex-paramilitary here for you. Euphemism.
I imagine when I get older, I'll get like dementia or something just because I have a brain injury that like I have a way higher chance of getting it.
You'll just be sitting in a nursing home somewhere and they'll be coming over and going, come on, William, I'll take you into the room for the bingo. And you're like, I fucking played the Alice. I just off stage.
I had a Channel 4 show, you know.
I only there to get a pint, this cunt.
Should get fucking elected as the
I
dragging
know
me
that
out.
fucking Jane Todd.
Yeah. What about you? Would you want someone to do it to you, or would you just like to leak for the rest of your life?
Definitely wouldn't.
Wouldn't like to leak?
Wouldn't, no.
No.
I wouldn't want to be lying there like a festival and a burden on people.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a burden.
The minute I stop being useful, which is honestly now, I just
you
be like,
down?
take me out, yeah.
I was going to say you're fucked now.
I'm good entertainment. The minute once that goes, I'm fucked. I contribute nothing. What's the best thing that's come from starting Mudblood?
The fans?
Yeah, the fans. It's been fucking great. The live shows are always
People
good.
telling you that it's helped them. Because it is mental health week this week.
Yeah, like do you know what? It's nice to get the wee ego boost of people being like, you're funny as fuck, but see when someone's properly like, and for me, I
It
get
has
it from
helped
like
them.
disabled people being like, fuck, you made me think you like, I think I could go into comedy or do like an artsy thing now. I'm like, yeah, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Or when you do get people who are really really down, and the message you send is great. That's the nicest thing.
Yeah.
That makes you think you actually are doing
That makes
something.
that makes me keep wanting to do it. Like,
Yeah, 100%. It makes me drag myself in, talk to this cunt, because for you people, I love you really, Patrick.
I know you do.
From a performer's point of view, what makes a good venue to do a gig? Good backstage areas.
The green room's always shit.
Lavery's green room's nice.
Lavery's in it.
Empire's is tight, but if there's 3 people in, it's good.
No, but they're in the big room now.
Oh, have they got a green room?
Not really. It's just a bigger storeroom.
Oh,
Because of COVID, they moved into that.
right.
Yeah, and they square room and then
Low ceiling,
low ceiling. Yeah,
cramped. I like a cramped
warm.
room. A room where I can barely walk in and I'm on
a
stage.
nice big long warm room.
Yeah. The Edinburgh stand. If I was to design a dream room, that would be it.
I really like a light bay room.
It's a nice room too. A bit of a high ceiling though, because it's also a music venue.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I had my way, and they were like, I'd be like only comedy or like spoken word stuff in this, because the acoustics for that are very unique.
Yeah.
Waterfront's amazing.
Yeah, I'm looking
Waterfront's
forward to
amazing. What's your opinion on the Black Taxi tours being in the top 20 best tourist
that. I
experiences?
understand that because I've done them.
Yeah, and that's
You
why.
know, no, I've done them, and people are really surprised by the situation we're in here and the whole story behind it.
Yeah.
So people are intrigued. So I think a Black Taxi tour, it's unique because it's also unique to the driver.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll get the same Black Taxi tour off 2 drivers.
Yeah. You'll get 2 entirely different stories
It's
as well.
not.
Yeah.
It's different from an official tour, if you know what I mean, because you'll have a driver from a Shangle do a different tour than
Yeah.
a driver from a Falls. You just fart there.
No, it was my shoe.
Oh, right.
Rubbing off against each other. Jesus Christ.
Did your shoehorn fall out?
Dear William, what badness do you reckon you
Cool FM were talking about shoehorns, were they?
Were they? Thieving bastards.
And I was like, cunts.
Stealing.
Nah, they're listening.
Yeah. See if Pete Snowden starts talking about fucking...
They were talking about shoehorns.
I mean, we didn't invent them.
I know we didn't, but at the same
We
sense,
popularised them.
we made shoehorns
We need-
come into the market. Like,
That needs to be merch for us, just
Yeah.
with my blood shoehorns.
shoehorns. Because nobody knew what it, there was people didn't know what a shoehorn was. We're like, what the fuck is a shoehorn?
Yeah.
And you definitely are
It's just
shoehorn Willie.
yeah, it's just a wee
Like people call you shoehorn Willie.
shoehorn Willie or
Where's me
shoehorn
Willie?
or the mole. Thank you, Dave Elliott, for that. Because I came in
Stuck a wee bit.
Because in that video, I was so hungover. And my wee face was all like scrunched up. I did look like a wee mole who just seen sunlight. I was like, meh. Dear William, what badness do you reckon you got up to in your previous life for God to have
Nazi.
punished you now?
Nazi.
Nazi? You think I'd have been a Nazi? Do you think I'd have been in the fucking euthanogenics? And that's why I went make him a wee disabled one?
Yeah. I do.
Someone just under this said serial masturbator. That's my life now. So it's also not a crime, you fucking weirdo.
Just Willie wanking in the Rice Krispies.
Why Rice Krispies?
Because this is cereal.
Ah, fuck you.
Daddy! William's been at the Weetabix again!
That's how you make squares, mate, with the wee box. Like, give me a 90p.
Is that what they are?
Yes.
Tony the Tigers come on a fucking flip.
Oh.
They're great!
Why do you eat them so much? Great for the skin.
I've got the eye of the tiger.
Okay, this is a good one. I do like this. Glenn Montgomery wants to know, is there any subjects you feel it's not okay to make jokes about? Ricky Gervais, watched Ricky Gervais' last stand-up, thought it was brilliant. I know stuff close to home is touchy, but where would you draw the line? I'll let you answer and then I'll
Kids that were killed and stuff like that.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting that heavy an answer.
And
That
you
just made me
laughed.
giggle.
Like,
Because I was
straight away.
expecting you to be like, well, and you just went, kids that are killed. I was like, man.
Find it really hard to joke about. I do find
That's not
it
something
hard.
I would do personally. I wouldn't. I think it depends. I think everything should be okay to be joked about.
I'm talking about from a personal thing.
Oh, personal thing? Yeah. That wouldn't be one I would
couldn't
do.
it, no.
Wouldn't be one I would do.
No.
Unless I had a cracker. No, I'm only joking. I wouldn't. Honestly, I'm saying that joking, thinking about it. I'm like, unless it was a beezer, like, there's a risk versus reward thing too. Sometimes you're like, you may write a joke about something that's edgy or a bit fucking too soon. It needs to be amazing. Otherwise, it's not worth the. Ooh. Me personally, nothing really. People think I wouldn't joke about like disability or cancer. No, I would joke about that.
Yeah.
I think everything.
Yeah.
There's nothing. There's no subject immediately in my mind. I'd say no. It would depend on you going, what do you think of this joke? And I would go, not a good enough joke for what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I would say I would never laugh at like things about kids.
And you're laughing thinking about it.
Because you know I laugh when I'm uncomfortable. But it's I just thought of do you remember the girl Shannon Matthews got kidnapped and then found in the attic? And Frankie Boyle did the joke of when just goes to show they always bring the ugly ones back. That's a fucking horrific thing to say, but it was a fucking good joke.
I don't get that.
So she was found, she wasn't dead. She was kidnapped but then found in the guy's attic alive. And he went, the reason he says the reason she's alive is because she's stinking. They always bring the ugly kids back.
Oh, right, so she didn't get killed?
No, she wasn't dead. So the joke was, they always bring the ugly kids back.
Right, okay.
Which was like a fucking wild joke, but
Right.
very funny.
Oh, so the kid didn't die?
No, kid didn't die.
Right.
Yeah, there ones about kids being killed. Nah, wouldn't be for that. But then again, that's not me saying you should never ever joke about it. It's me going, you'd never have a good enough one that it's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Most subjects in general, though, it just depends on the joke.
Yeah.
That's the thing with Ricky Gervais's ones. I have nothing against trans jokes, make them. I didn't think a lot of them were great.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It felt like he was doing trans material just to have
Trans material.
trans material. Because they know they take it fucking bad. What's your hangover cure that actually works? A wank and a Chinese.
It works for you.
Yeah, it's separate times, by the way. Prawn toast in there, mate. Cheer, keep that change.
I don't know. There's nothing really fucking. Probably fast food. Fast food works because it's just full of shit, and it makes you
It gives you those wee...
soaks all that shit up.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a kebab. Like whoever eats a kebab sober.
There used to be a place near me that had a good one. It was the only one I would have sober because it was good kebab meat, but that was it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll finish up on this. We always get asked this, but we'll answer it again. Fuck it, why not? Anya Kearney, what do you two hate about each other? I don't know why people assume we hate each other. Probably your ability to be a wind-up bastard when you're when someone's in a bad mood, which is funny when you're doing it to someone else, but when I'm in a bad mood and you're being a fuck, or I'm really needing information off you and you won't give me it. I'm like, Paddy, where is this gig tonight? What time is it? What time do I need to be there? And you'll just send me back a photo of Connor Burns. I'm like, that doesn't help me, Paddy. I need to know where it is. And then you'll send me a photo of me when I was fat.
Now I know that you don't like that.
You thought I liked that?
I am gonna fucking do it a lot more.
I fucking melter. I thought you were doing it to be a wind-up.
No.
No?
No.
You fucking
Nah, I
cunt.
know you don't like it. I will do it. You've just triggered a thing. I do it. It's just okay, they just moved all the stuff for you into one section. It's just constantly weighing this cunt up like that.
It'll be me being what time we landing on Saturday night, mate, and you'll just send me Burnsy doing airboxing. I'm like,
Just fell out with me again.
again? Why's he fell out with
I
you?
didn't give him a £20 top up.
Why'd you not top up his phone, Paddy?
I just never get round it.
No. Why does he think you're going to be the one to top up his phone?
No, he get beat up and they offered it by him.
Oh, you offered it so he gets beat up and you go, don't worry, mate, I'll top up your phone for you.
I just says, do you need anything? He says, I could do a wee £20 top up Vodafone, please.
He's a fucking brass neck on him, that Burns one, doesn't
He
it?
knows a crack,
He fucking...
Either or he just has run out of fucking top up credit. At least not out and about, because I never got him it. He's like, why the heck I didn't fucking taxi? Because
I have no money.
But you have to wonder what he's doing with that credit on his phone. Giving him fucking credit on his phone is supporting Nestle.
Take Armin, Saudi Arabia. It's we're going to have to cut these ties. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Head on over to the Patreon for this week's Q&A episode. Paddy, anything to plug?
Waterfront, still tickets left on the 9th of December. Tour, out on tour. Starting September in Newcastle, finishing obviously in the Waterfront in December. The UK tour dates will be released this week, probably be out by that. And I'm going to Santa Ponsa on the 29th and 30th and the 1st.
You will get so many stag do's at that. That's brilliant.
Yeah, so
I'm not in Spain till later on this year, but I will be there. Just check out William of Orangedale on Channel 4.
you still plugging it?
Oh yeah, I'll be plugging it for until this show.
When's that?
I'll tell you after.
When's that finished? The blob?
I don't know.
Right, okay.
But check it out if you haven't seen it. And also, Limelight 12th of December, barely noticeable. Tickets still available. Thank you very much. See you next week.
When you go